All right. We just learned that there was an unmute button on Zoom. So Zoom, welcome into team meeting. All right. You should be able to hear us now. All right. Any more bucket fills?
Hi, everyone. My name is Alina. I'm thankful for another closing this past Monday. And first of all, I want to say thank you for our PC coaches, Gary and Israel, for helping and guidance. And I'm grateful for Norman. He always answering my questions. Thank you. Nimash, Verna, we appreciate you all. Thank you.
We're
Really appreciate you guys.
proud of you.
Any more bucket fills? What are you thrilled about? This is close.
I didn't have anything else.
I was stressed. This guy, I swear. I'll turn that one down.
I don't know if you saw it.
Hi, in the last couple of weeks, we took 3 new listings.
All right.
So that plus the one that was out there. So please come by our houses, bring your buyers. Another one's coming, have a meeting, get the paperwork signed tomorrow. So one's in Siena, 2 are in Lake Olympia, one's in Quail Valley. I forget where the other one is now.
What's working for y'all?
Oh, Houston.
Just being in Houston?
No. That's not, his last one was his 5th listing was in Houston.
Yeah.
What's working for you, Mike Day?
Well, let's see how we got them. One was illness that became death. Another one was an estate was death. So there's 2. One is job relocation. One is an old guy that just can't deal with his investment property anymore. And again, how'd they find us?
Yes.
Mostly just contacts, people that we've been dealing with for a while.
Well, hang on though, but did they find you, Mike Day, or did you find them?
We keep in touch with as many people as we
what do
can.
you know, right?
So,
and every
like,
single one of the ones that he named is finding motivated buyers and sellers in today's market. They're the 6 Ds that we talked about, and every single one of his listings that are coming up are all part of one of those 6 Ds. Whether it was death, whether it was dividend, which is investor.
Absolutely.
Right?
Deployment.
Estate, deployment, which is job relocation.
Right.
Awesome, Mike Day. When do you
6
know it
Ds.
works? We got one right there. Madam President.
Oh, what?
Oh, Sopna's got something?
Yeah, I got something. So I'm super excited about Bold. I did all my Bold homework yesterday, which is a big win for me. I capped on the same day of Bold in one transaction. And then I took a listing this weekend, which had been listed 3 times before by 3 different agents. I was a little nervous because we were putting it actually at a lot higher price than it was. And it went under contract last night. So I've had a good week. And
Good week.
Last one.
All right, LaDonna. What we got? Mic drop.
So first, we know who's buying lunch for everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Thank you very much, Sapana. Blessed that you are gonna be that blessing. But that last D, divorce, I told you guys a few weeks ago that I'm working on 3 divorces, and they are really working me over, really. So yesterday, the judge did something to side with me, and he told them, no, you get that property active on the market right now. So the property is going active today.
Awesome.
That's the great thing about divorces is when it gets to the judge's side, they will. Did I miss
Great
something?
thing about divorces.
Well, yeah, I know, right? It's unfortunate, but in terms of a real estate agent, when it comes to the judge and it's there, the judge will make a decision. And if they can't come to a unified process, then he'll say yes. He or she will say it needs to be done by this date, this date, this date, and I'm awarding this person that deal. So. All right. Thank you guys for the bucket fills. Very, very thrilling information and opportunities out there. Let's keep it moving to some upcoming events.
Absolutely. Last week, it looked like this list was kind of dwindling, and here we go. Bam, we're back, right? So do not forget, Saturday is Trunk or Treat, one of our biggest events of the year. Thousands of people will be out there. We'll start getting into that in just a little bit. Quick reminder that Family Reunion 2024 is in Vegas. And we'll give you some info on that. Start preparing for that. We alluded to business planning clinics last week. Well, here they are. First and foremost, we're having on November 2nd, a invite-only top 50 business planning clinic. All right. November 10th, I am doing a 6 personal perspectives workshop, so we'll get into that. November 15th is our Thanksgiving potluck that we mentioned last week. Gonna be lots of fun. The day after that is gonna be the business planning clinic by Andy for the entire office. And now through December 14th is the Toys for Tots. So let's get into that a little bit. If the slides are working, there we go. All right, so family reunion, again, a reminder, 2024, it's in Vegas, right? Great thing about Vegas is that it's actually cost effective, surprisingly, okay? So again, tickets right now are discounted they are on November 1st, they're gonna go up to $8.99. Right now they are $7.99. So if you are planning on going to family reunion regardless, I suggest you get your tickets earlier. You'll save some money. And don't forget, the lodging in Vegas is actually quite cheaper than in any other location. So if you're looking to go on, with you having a budget and you're usually, talking about, hey, the funds or having available funds, this is the year that you can actually save from a financial perspective on cost. Yet this is also a time where we want to budget for it, right?
Absolutely. Let's start planning now.
Yep.
Get
Okay,
it
so we're
started.
going to get into that. All right, so top 50 invite only business planning clinic is going to be November 2nd. If you have, again, if you should have already received your invitation for this. If you are in our top 50, please RSVP as soon as possible, because we will fill this room and we will move down the list if you're unable to make it. All right. The one and only Gene Rivers is going to come in to teach and train in the business planning clinic for our top 50. I suggest you get on there ASAP. Now,
Gene Rivers is one of those guys that if you ever have an opportunity to learn from him, make sure you're in the building.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And again, as Chad always says, if you're not in the top 50,
Sell some more business.
yes, right? Again, it is an exclusive group. If you would like to be in there, sell some homes, ladies and gentlemen, right? Let's get in there, work on it,
Done.
right? Absolutely.
All right. 6 personal perspective.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not just about what you're doing, it's shifting your perspective. And we know that there are 6 personal perspective that a millionaire real estate agent has. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Sure, right? So when Gary created this company, he did some research on, well, what separates the ones that are producing at a high level and ones that are not so much. And it was all about these 6 perspectives. And that's where he came up with these, right? It's the foundational tools for in our company. Now, would you agree that the market has changed and it's been challenging?
Yes.
Right. Now, do you feel like this challenge is going to keep going through 2024? Yeah. So that's what our focus has been for the last couple of weeks through the rest of the year, is getting you guys prepared for 2024. Okay. Whether it's from a business standpoint, but most importantly, it's going to start all up here, and it's from a mindset perspective, right? So from a mindset standpoint. So that's what this is about. Let's get in the right mindset for being successful in 2024. Some of you that have already heard these, have gone through these, may need a reset and a reminder. I highly suggest you be in there. For those of you that really haven't dived down deep into this, please be there. It is a full day workshop on November 10th from 9 to 3. Lunch will be provided in the middle. All right, you're going to have material for you just like you did with Agent Financials. Okay, this is very similar to that. And now this is working on the mindset.
Absolutely.
So hope to see
We
y'all
live
there.
in an inside to outside type world. So we change the things on the inside and it manifests itself on the outside.
Yep.
What else do we have?
So again, before we move on, there is a registration for this, because again, there is a capacity. So the QR code is up on the screen. There's also a bunch of flyers around. You'll also see it on Facebook and your email, right, and text. All right, there you are. There you are. There you are. There you are. Quickly. All good. Okay, we're going to talk about the potluck next. You want to start
Yep.
talking about it?
Absolutely. So we are a very
Mm.
diverse office. Are we done? Can I move my buttons back? Okay. We are a very diverse office and we love to celebrate our diversity. I think we have upwards of about 27 different languages represented here in our office. And so part of the thing that we love to do in celebration is eat. Yeah, we love to eat. So we are having our annual potluck dinner that's happening the week before Thanksgiving. So it's on November 15th, and you have an opportunity to bring those nostalgic dishes that reminds you of your culture, reminds you of home and tradition. We will line the food up from here and there. There will be a an abundance of food. So bring your family, bring your friends, grab your kids, grab your
Yeah,
wife.
no, it's good.
Um,
How did you feel about that?
and come enjoy this opportunity. You know, when I think of potluck, I also just think of a pot of gold. It's a golden opportunity for you to come share with your KWSW family. So we'll see you on November 15th. Just bring your favorite food. Okay. Okay, for those of you who said my revenue is not enough, my GCI is not enough to be in the top 50, but you do want to start to plan your business, we will have our very own Andy St. Jean, our broker, is right. Get excited about that. She knows a thing or two about businesses. She owns several of them. She will be leading the business planning clinic for everyone else. If you choose to, and even if you are top 50, you can still come to that as well. It's on November 16th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Same style, we'll have lunch provided in between to make sure. So a lot of things we're going to be doing from here on to that until that time frame, and probably even beyond, is preparing you for making that business planning clinic very successful, so that your 2024 year is also successful. So put that down on your calendar. Yes, ma'am, Madam President.
I love the question. So this is Keller Williams University's business planning clinic. Okay, so the curriculum is actually the same. All right, we have Gene Rivers coming in to do it, to present and train our top 50 as an invite. We've invited him to come in to do that. Andy will actually be doing the same class on November 10th.
The influence and the
16th.
experience. That's the difference, right? So Gene Rivers always adds a level of what has been his path to getting to that level.
Yeah.
And as well as, he sits right next to Gary Keller. So bringing in some of Gary Keller's stuff as well. So it's still going to, from the fundamental level, touch the same things, but it's just
With
different
his little-
atmosphere. Yes.
I know I don't need to attend to
Mhm.
No, you.
Yeah.
There's no way I would miss Junior.
Yes.
This would be my first opportunity.
Mm.
Every year I do it. Double down.
I agree. Double down, because we need that for this business. One thing can happen is you can get the influence that's happening with Gene Rivers and have an outline, go home, reflect on it, and then come back and do this, because it happens afterwards, right? Gene Rivers is November 2nd. This happens 2 weeks later.
With the same subject?
It's business planning clinic. Yes. Yes.
She's just saying, she doesn't ever miss.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Cool. Thank you, LaDonna. All right. Toys for Tots.
Oh, that's me.
That's you. You go. That's all you go.
So we also every single year have an opportunity to give back to the young folks, the tots. And when I say tots, that includes teenage tots too. So on December 14th, that's when the last day is. So we have a box. It's already up on the front, right? Two boxes
boxes.
up in the front office where you can drop off some brand new gifts, unwrapped, right? That we can give to the U.S. Reserves military. Who is it? Marines. Yes, Toys for Tots. So that's from now until December 14th.
Broke our record last year by having pounds and pounds over, so, and we did it in a shorter amount of time. Let's beat that record this year. Bring your toys, please.
Bring toys, bring gift cards. The teenagers like that. Bring some, this is the spirit of giving. It's the time of giving, so let's give.
Awesome.
Just to add to that, so our office is open to the public, so
Yeah.
people outside of, like you used before, we don't have content for you guys to give out, so people from the public in your database can actually drop off toys directly here in our office, so we want to actually take a big way out, a big donation.
Absolutely. You can partner with a business as well, right? You're one of your allied business partners. If you're farming in a neighborhood, find a local veterinarian and, and have a box out there, and then get that box here before December 14th for the pickup.
Use it as a lead generation.
So
tool.
you've already had some examples of how you can use this, event as a lead generation tool. So you're just going to copy and repeat.
Good deal. All right. Cool. Market Center is getting a facelift. Just a reminder for anybody that's missed it. right? There's going to be some renovation going on. We're going to make it quick as seamless as possible, yet there will be some challenges for that. So be mindful. If you have a private office, please make sure you're emptying out any kind of stored facilities like file cabinets or drawers and stuff like that. That way the painters can move your furniture into the center of the room and paint. Yet we will have new flooring, paint. There'll be a modernization of the office a little bit. So a little bit needed. So that's gonna be a cool mindset change for us, right? It is starting tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We haven't set a date yet, but it's just coming very soon. All right. She's gonna run out right now and go in her office. Yeah. Yeah, we want to give ample notice. There's not an exact date quite yet. All right. So, oh, your turn. Mr. Flores.
We're doing trunk or treat after this.
Yeah, it's under Greg.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? Good. My name is Israel Flores. If you don't know me, I'm the productivity coach here. I just want to share some results really quickly. So I have a group in the PC that we're currently doing a 75 hard program. Does anyone know what 75 hard is? There's a health version of it. What is it?
You work 75 days? No, it's 75 days, but you have one diet plan, you stick to it, you work out twice a day for 45 minutes, you read 10 pages of a book. Twice a day for 45 minutes? You have to do one outdoor and one indoor workout. It's pretty tough. I did the 75 medium because.
So we're doing a version of that in the PC with a group, and some of them are doing bold and 75 hard, so kudos to them. It's 25 outbound calls, 25 social media interactions, which means posts, likes, comments, videos, 25 outbound texts, affirmations, drink 3 liters of water, and script practice.
How often do you have to go to the bathroom?
25 times.
With the 3 liters of water, I'd be going 25 times a day.
So I want to share some results from that. We just started a couple of weeks ago. And we're tracking this in CSU, which ties into command. In the past couple of weeks, that group has had 625 conversations, and this is only what's been tracked through command. So I'm sure it's more than that. We've had 2 buyers closed so far. This is just recent in the past couple of weeks. 3 listing appointments set, 8 listing appointments met, 8 listings signed, and 4 listings closed.
Cool.
Right?
That is awesome. Amazing.
And I really want to give a prod, we have our agents are doing door knocking, for sale by owners, database, events. Tibby is big on her database and her sphere of influence, right? And Tibby, who works right down or wait,
Next building.
that way. Yeah, that building, right? Who's dual career, right? So this is a great example of whether you're dual career, full time, focusing on for sale by owners, door knocking, open houses. There's business out there to be gotten. Okay, so I just want to share that some of those wins, and that's all I got for now.
Cool.
Stay right here for trunk or treat.
Yeah.
Where's
I
the
just
clicker?
switched. Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah,
He's gonna ask for it now. Watch it.
I'll stay right here.
I'm gonna.
Come on, Greg.
All right, how's everyone doing?
Great.
Well, I like the energy. So my name is Greg. I'm your marketing director here at the office.
Oh, you want this? You look. You're like, let me hold on to it for a minute. See how long it takes to ask for.
Listen up the flow. Thank
All right.
you. Well, I'm your marketing director here at your office. First, we can go into truck and treat. So that's this Saturday, right? So it's gonna be a big event. We're expecting a big crowd. We've seen a lot of signups on our public event, right? We're getting a lot of likes on our social media, people watching our prior videos. So expecting to hit 1,000+ people. Last year we had 1,200. We might hit that or more. Announcement was Orion. So we're sponsored the Sugarland Space Cowboys. So Orion will actually show up there to take pictures. So adding value to the event, adding to the experience. You want to give a quick update? Anything?
We'll get. So we're doing our last push. We still have some spots available for anyone that wants to participate. Hey guys, this is about number one, the community, right? And the community has come to expect this every year. Last year we had over 1,200 people. We're expecting more people this year. Okay. So if you haven't signed up and you would like to, we'll blast that out one more time, that link out. A couple of notes on what to expect for those that have signed up. Please be there no later than 5:30. Okay, because start literally at 6 o'clock, we'll have people waiting in line to start going, right? And then past 6 o'clock rather, we have a ton of people walking around, little kids, right? So it'll be difficult to kind of navigate like you driving up into your spot. I'll be there early to navigate. As far as spots goes for agents, first come, first serve, right? But we have a couple of food trucks. Orion will be there. We'll have some music. We'll have a banner so people can take pictures. You're gonna have a video.
Yeah, we're gonna have a videographer and a photographer there, so we're gonna make sure we help take pictures of your trunks, and so you can use that for your own content as well.
Yep. Y'all like my Halloween setup though, by the way? Tara's like, we've had these things for years. These are antiques from our house, aren't they, babe? So prize info really quickly for agents. We're gonna have 3 prizes. Top prize is hard dues for 2024. How much is our hard dues again? Almost $500. So those of y'all that like to really go out on Halloween, hey, go for it. That's a $500, right? Second prize is an agent bill, a basic agent bill. Third prize is $50. That is being contributed by AMCAP and also a patent title downstairs. Cool. Go for it. Yes, let me clarify that. There's one winner for the HAR due. I mean, how would you split that?
No, I'm not thinking about the card, you said 2, so there's 2.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's a $50 gift card that's donated by the vendors. Only 3 winners.
$100?
No, a $50 gift card.
They contributed.
So $25 equals $50.
Clarity is power.
You had a question? Yes, ma'am.
Last year, are y'all going to have us back into the walkway or?
Depends on the rain. If it rains, we'll be backwards in so that the kids are walking.
Yes, good question though. The weather should be holding up, but ideally we back towards, you would park like normal and back into the street because we have a lot more space for people to walk through there. But thank you for asking that. Last quick stuff, candy. So those of you that are participating, I would say at least 3 big bags of candy, okay? Because we have a lot of people. For those of y'all that are not participating, don't have time, you're just not able to, hey, give back to the community, donate some candy. You can drop it off with me or Barbara, right? And we can, because last time we were running around trying to refill candy for people, okay? We have a lot of trunks. I think we have almost 65 trunks, which is awesome. Thank you all so much. And appreciate y'all. Okay. I think that's all I got. And again, we have a quick little marketing plan. Again, touch your database. Use this as an opportunity. Okay.
Yeah, and of course, you could bring your own family to the event.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can support the agent, the office to enjoy as well. So like, there's different way to participate. Of course, you have a trunk. Number 2, you could bring candy.
Yeah.
Number 3, you show up with your family and then still bring candy.
Like we've been inviting our neighbors. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll have our little one there as well. So, invite your friends. It's a good time.
Yeah, good time. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Awesome. Good deal.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Awesome. So thank you, Israel, for
Yes, sir.
the trunk or treat segment of that. All right, and then this is a visual for those who do not know what trunk or treat is. That this is like a quick visual, but it's just a ton of people coming in in a 2-hour span. So really big event. So one thing as a reminder, some of us forget, like, are working on building a brand. So I always think of a brand as, words, visuals. So if I said the word coffee, what business do you think of?
Starbucks, Folgers.
If I say fast food, what business do you think of? And if I say real estate, who do you want people to think of? And whatever the name of your business is, right? If you said Keller Williams, you're completely wrong, right? The idea is that, like leadership, we want people to think of Keller Williams, but
When you think great real estate agent.
yeah, the idea is when you're not in the room and someone's talking about real estate, staging, financing, relocating, investing, et cetera, you want your name to come in mind. So the idea is that you have a brand and you want to market your brand. So marketing is the distribution of your brand, right? But one of the foundation of a brand and very practical is having a logo. So these are some logos that my team has done, and these are some of you actually in this room where we did your logo. And the idea is that there's some practicality of having a well-designed logo. So if you're like Jimmy, who does a lot of marketing, so he has videos, t-shirts, hats, he can't put his headshot on those materials, right? He could, but that wouldn't be ideal, right? So the idea is that, well, he has Space City team all over the neighborhood, all in his sign, he's built a team, they're able to leverage that same brand. So now when people hear Space City team or think about real estate, he comes to mind and he gets that phone call. So when you have a logo, it is practical and it's helpful and is a big part of building a brand. So if you need help with a logo, my team does it. We have customized logos, we do for $1.99, but we also have some free templates for those who want a little bit of a budget. We can actually help you with a free template and get you going as soon as possible. So that's our logo designs. Of course, we do full service marketing, so everything from signs to direct mail campaigns. We've been getting a lot of orders for door hangers. So if you're doing door knocking and you need a custom door hanger and you have a specific message that you want to put, we actually help you craft that message. So it's very customizable. We'll help you with everything. So of course, scan the QR code to go to my website. And you can always reach out to me if you just want a consultation on what to do before you even pay for anything. So that's our main goal, is to consult you and guide you on what you can do and possibilities for your marketing. So that's all I got for you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. It's Amanda. It's award week.
No, we're talking about business planning, and sometimes you have to begin with the end in mind. And so these people have done some exceptional work for September as we're rolling out into the fourth quarter.
All right.
All
Everyone's
good?
favorite
Oh.
team meeting. Recognition.
Oh, I thought you meant my team meeting. That's,
Oh, no.
No.
Not you. All right. So first we have top listing units individuals. In first place, we have Robbie Jansky with 7 units. In second place, well, tied for second place, we have Jimmy Villanueva, Angie Farish, Nazine Danani, Samsha Ali, and Karen DeSouza, all with 3 units each. Next, we have top listing units teams. In first place, we have the Kimber V team with 2 units. And tied for second, we have the DS team, Real Estate Ross team, YA Real Estate team, and the Day team, all with 1 unit. Next, we have top listing units for groups. In first place, we have the BNP team with 7 units. Second place, we have the Audrey O'Neill team with 6 units. Tied for third, we have SIA group with 3 units, and the Kathy Stubbs team also with 3 units. And in fourth place, we have Home Coach group with 2 units. Next, we have top listing volume individuals. In first place, we have Nazneen Dasnani with 2.6 million. In second place, we have Samsha Ali with 1.5 million. In third place, we have Aura Poe with 1.5 million. In fourth place, we have the Castins Group with 1.2 million. And in fifth place, we have Tibi Tickle with 1 million. All right, so next we have top listing volumes teams. In first place, we have the Kimber V team with 800,000. In second place, we have the Day team with 750,000. In third place, we have Real Estate Ross team with 449,000. And then in fourth place, we have YA Real Estate team with 350,000. Next, we have top listing volume groups. In first place, we have the BNP team with 5.6 million. In second place, we have the Audrey O'Neill team with 3 million. In third place, we have the Kathy Stubbs team with 1.3 million. In fourth place, we have SIA Group with 860,000. And then in fifth place, we have Home Coach Group with 600,000. Next, we have top closed units individuals. In first place, we have the Castins Group with 7 units. Tied for second, we have Tanya Nicholas and Robbie Jansky with 6 units. Then tied for third, we have Eric Mondragon, Eden T, the Susan Gordzinski team, and Mona Knows Home team, all with 4 units each. A lot of units. Next, we have top closed units for teams. In first place, we have the DS team with 8 units. In second place, we have the Kimber V team with 4 units. Tied for third, we have the Kill Properties Group and the Marta Mohan team, both with 3 units each. And then in fourth place, we have the Flores team with 2 units. Next, we have top closed units groups. Tied for first, we have the BNP team and the Audrey O'Neill team, each with 12 units. In second place, we have SIA Group with 11 units. In third place, we have HTX Realty Group with 5 units. In fourth place, we have the Home Coach Group with 4 units. And then in fifth place, we have the Kathy Stubbs team with 3 units. Next, we have top adjusted close volume for individuals. In first place, we have the Castins Group with 2 million. In second place, we have the Susan Gordzinski team with 2 million. In third place, we have Eric Mondragon with 1.6 million. In fourth place, we have Gary Zhang with 1.2 million. And then in fifth place, we have Tanya Nicholas with 1.1 million. Now we have top adjusted close volume for teams. In first place, we have Rajesh and Nita Desai with 2 million. In second place, we have the Marta Mohan team with 1 million. In third place, we have the Kimber V team with 800,000. In fourth place, we have the Flores team with 539,000. In fifth place, we have the Kill Properties Group with 496,000. Next, we have top adjusted close volume for groups. We have in first place the BNP team with 5 million. In second place, we have the Audrey O'Neill team with 3.5 million. In third place, we have the Home Coach Group with 2.3 million. In fourth place, we have HTX Realty Group with 1.8 million. And then in fifth place, we have the Kathy Stubbs team with 1 million. Next is one of our favorite awards, which is Triple Crown. So this award is given to single agents that close 3 or more sales in a month, not including leases. So we have, in no particular order, Susan Grzinski, Robbie Jansky, Jamie Castens, Eric Mondragon, and Tanya Nicholas. And then next we have our cappers for September. Oh, sorry, Kellerversaries. So celebrating 1 year, we have Julius Childress, Veronica Collins, Latanya Finley, Rajendra Gupta, Ashley Gerardo, Kuram Manji, Jacqueline Manuel, Chigozuri Okuri, Joseph Alvarez, Curtis Petty, Adrian Scott, Valerie Smith, Alicia Villatoro, Sylvia Vilorio, Ramin Zidi. And then celebrating 2 years, we have our very own Cynthia Delgado, Leslie Hamilton, Farrah Moman, Anu Negrum, Martha Salazar. Then celebrating 3 years, we have Maria Hamazospi, Julia Williams, David Jones, and Paul Walsh. Not Paul Wall, Paul Walsh. And then celebrating 3 years, we have, celebrating 4 years, David Shing, Steve Adams, Elizabeth Rivera. Celebrating 5 years, we have Markeisha Coy, Christina Jory, Tunu Mugri, Anum Rahim, and Rhonda Randall. Celebrating 6 years, we have Angela Jackson. Celebrating 7 years, we have oh, I'm so sorry, Pinky. For some reason, it wasn't on my list. For 7 years, we have Pinky. And then we have Ryan Irvin, Audrey Sivasosfi. Then with 8 years, we have Robbie Jansky. Celebrating 9 years, we have Zahana Jones. Celebrating 13 years, we have Audrey O'Neill. Celebrating 15 years, we have Susan Grzinski. Celebrating 16 years, we have Mike Wong. Celebrating 18 years, we have Kimbra Balachovic.
All right.
And then
Kim,
we
bro,
have-
look at that. The big 1-8.
And then we have Mary Borgeis. Celebrating 19 years, we have our very own Andy St. Jean. And then celebrating 27 years, we have Todd Baker and Shonda Baker Kearns. I don't know why I had to pause. I'm wearing contacts, by the way. I usually wear glasses and they're shifting. So that's why I'm struggling to read. All right, next we have our cappers. So we have Rajesh and Nita Desai. Then we have Eric Mondragon.
All right, Eric.
We have Akil Verk. Cheyenne Kong,
Hey, Cheyenne.
Marta Mohan. The BNP team,
Oh, she already left.
the Flores home team.
All right.
Then we have Gloria Ichagwonu, Angela Jackson, and Kathy Stubbs. And next we have the first KW listing. So we have Ash Bensal, Jose Alvarez, Kanwal Ifran, Mirabusi, Matthew Tucker, and Samaya Jayed. And then we have Zui Louis. Next, we have our first KW closing. So we have Ali Carizales. Then we have Imania Ali.
Good job, Emania.
Then we have Rhonda Randall. And then we have Tangela Wire. All right, and then those are all the awards for September. So congrats to everyone. It was a good month. Right.
All set?
And then let's see who we have next. We have our
All right.
ATLs.
Thank you.
Mhm.
That's us. We're on cue. All right. How's everybody doing? Out. Oh, look at that. I love it. All right.
All right, we're gonna
Still
do
rock and
a
rolling?
quick and dirty lesson here about auditing your business.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
We brought it up earlier that, starting this month, you guys have noticed that we're preparing you for 2024. Right? Agent Financials was last week. If you missed it, there's going to be one more opportunity to take advantage of that. Okay. So stay tuned for that. It's probably going to be on a Saturday. Right. Now, auditing, we have business planning clinic coming up, right?
Yep, a couple of those.
Right. And then
absolutely.
goal setting is big from now for 2024, right? We want to prepare for 2024 now because we're a cyclical business, and you should be prepping at least 90 days prior for the following quarter. So if we're working on 2024, January 1st is not the time to start working for 2024. Time is now.
The time is absolutely now. And you may be asking yourself, well, why are we even auditing our business? And I'm just going to skip ahead to this because people do not decide their futures. At the top of the year, you're going to have a lot of goal setting, vision boards, and all of these different things going on. But as FM Alexander noticed, people decide their habits and their habits decide their futures. I'm going to let that one sit for a little bit as we go back to why are we doing this? Because if we don't understand the habits that have gotten us here so far, we won't understand the habits that are necessary to get us to the end of next year, right? So that we can then effectively plan and then kick off the new year right. So with our, I guess, I don't know what you want to call it, meeting today, sales meeting, we are going to look first in the self because he told you earlier, this is an inside to outside type situation, right? We first have to internalize what we're doing, figure it out, manifest it inside of us, and then move it to manifesting it on the outside. That is the experience that humans have, is an inside to outside experience. So we're going to look at a self audit. We're also going to look at your revenue audit. The purpose of business is to fund the perfect lifestyle. So that starts with bringing in the money. And then so that we can walk away with some money, we're also going to do an expense audit, very quick and dirty, right? The deeper ones will be those classes, Agent Financials, the business planning clinic, and all of those stuff. And then we're going to look at your goals. Our hope is, and our intent is that you're going to walk away understanding, did you have a clear vision of what you were trying to accomplish this year? Even if you just started, you still had something you were trying to accomplish. We're going to identify some of those gaps that didn't get you there or things that you can improve on. And then we're going to kind of create a small little goal or action plan for improvement. Y'all good with that?
Yeah. Now, the goal for today is that these are just overviews and bullet points on what you're going to be working on between now and the end of the year, right? So we want to set up an outline. Therefore, you're prepared to go into those, right, different aspects of planning out the rest of the year and into your goals for next year. Okay?
At your table, we have a couple of items that you can use to jot down information and use with your self-audit.
Sure.
So let's get with the first one. Again, people do not decide their habits. Their future success, they decide their habits, and their habits decides their future. Okay, the first audit is going to be auditing your busyness. Your busyness. This is the I in business. So one of the things I want you to reflect on is, what were you trying to accomplish this year?
Intending to accomplish.
What were you intending to accomplish? What did you want to earn? And I don't mean earn in terms of income. It could be. We're not on that. We're going to get to that one.
It looks
No.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah, it does look good.
No.
No, not this one. Not this part. This is just reflecting.
Now,
Okay.
if you would like to reflect on this and dive deep into this, once we're done having this conversation of today, you can easily find this from the one thing. That's where this comes out of, is the one thing.
So you can jot this down. When you're looking at reflecting on yourself, what were you busy doing? What was your intent when it came to your spiritual life? When it came to your physical health? What about your finances, your personal life, your business, your job? So you have a business, right? You're running that business, but your job within that business was something specific. And your key relationships, and audit that from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being high. I got to where I was trying to go. I got to where I intended to go. And 1 being, I could have done better. Where were you when it came to your spiritual life? Did your calendar reflect your goals for that? What about your finances? What did that look like? And then after that, I want you to go back and say, okay, what got in my way? Was it the problems, the challenges, the people who didn't mean as much in your life and the success? Did you have a lot more reasons than you had results? Okay. If you've ever done the one thing, and I'm gonna move forward because I know we don't have as much time. If you've ever done the one thing, one of the things it's going to ask you to do is to take this and say, here's my opportunity. What is the one thing that I can do in my spiritual life such that by doing it, everything else would be easier or unnecessary? And you can jot that down for each area of your life, your physical health, your finances, your business, your relationships. What relationships don't need to go with you into 2024? What is not serving you and serving your goals and serving your mission? What expenses do not need to go with you into 2024? What new habits do you need to create? All right.
Cool.
So now let's go into something else.
Right. Now, first and foremost, the most important thing is taking care of self. If you don't take care of yourself, nothing else matters. Okay. So now once we've taken care of yourself, audit your bus. What's bringing you in the money? Let's assess that. Okay. It's going to be something big that you go into when you get into business planning clinic. So start thinking about that now. So the most important thing is, where is your business coming from? Where is that money coming in? Assess your business in this past year and look at your lead sources. What are your top 3 or 4 lead sources of which your business is coming from? There's no sense in focusing on the other 85 things that aren't actually working for you. And focus on what is working and double and triple down on that.
As Pam said, double down.
Right?
Right.
Yep, double down. Double down. Right?
In Vegas.
Double down in Vegas, February 25th to 20th. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Right. So that's exactly what this graph is showing. Now, this graph comes from top agents that were interviewed, and it's the rule of 4. So this tracking what lead sources came into your business. And if you could see just the number of your top 4 sources make up so much of your business, it makes up nearly 80% of agents' business comes from 4 lead sources. So what are your strengths?
Look at what Mike Day started this meeting with, right? He knows that the source, right? His source of business, the majority of his business is coming from his sphere. So he doubled down on the communication with his sphere. And out of that, those 6 Ds started popping out, right?
Ones that needed to buy or sell.
Okay. We had Robin. Robin doubled down. She understood that, look, last week I was successful in door knocking. I'm going to go out there and do it again. And she picked up yet some more leads, right? So what is bringing you success? Do that. Stop doing the things that aren't bringing you success. Leave that in 2023.
And let me dive a little, slight deeper into that. Robin, let me ask you a question real quick. Were you door knocking beforehand, or was this something that you started relatively recently?
I did it before, but I didn't really put energy into it. I was just knocking it, didn't answer, I just went.
Okay, now you're being a little more purposeful about it?
Yeah,
Right.
with the reason why I'm there. I have buyers, let me in.
I like that. So my point in asking, let me in.
Baby, I got some buyers. Let me in.
Are you selling? No. Well, you are now. No. Right. So
and we all have buyers.
we
Tell them to let us in.
I like that.
That's awesome.
Okay. The reason for me asking her that was because, especially if you're still newer and you're trying to figure your sources out, just because we're saying double down on what's working doesn't mean you're not necessarily not trying something or not intending to make something successful. The point is make it measurable. Make sure you're keeping track. So if you are putting your efforts into something, make sure you're tracking it or having something measurable. Otherwise, how are you going to know whether it's working or not? Now you're just winging it. Yes, Robin.
That's literally what, by you helping me is, I started tracking things. I know how many houses are there, I know how many people open the door, I know how many listings I got. So it all adds up to a big number.
That's awesome.
I'll give you that 20
If
later.
you are building your business and you had, like, this is your first week, this is your first month, then success leaves clues. We just told you sphere of influence is one, door knocking is another. What's another one, y'all? Open houses. They're still working right now. Were you going to say something else?
Yes, and with that,
Mhm.
the reason the open houses become even more valuable in my world is they are custom signs, and that's the number one reason people call me. I see your signs everywhere.
Yep.
They don't know they're not in front of a house, they just see them.
Yes.
I love it.
Talk to Greg about your customer open house.
Absolutely.
it.
Build that brand.
In fact, I'm not sure.
Keeps
I
you
know
top
this
of
is a
mind.
conversation I had with Brandon. I think I've had it with a few other agents. For those of you that are newer and you're watching your financing and not know where to spend first, my personal opinion is the first thing you should absolutely get is personalized open house signs.
Mhm.
Because now you're building a brand, you're marketing. When you're coming into the industry, you may not necessarily have listings right off the bat. It may take you a bit of, to gather the momentum to get a listing. Yet these open house signs, if you're very purposeful about the open houses you pick, it's marketing for you. If you have a
Preach.
generic open house sign,
It
they
doesn't.
don't know who's sitting in the house until they
Let me
make it
tell
to the
you,
house.
not that I'm encouraging you to do this behavior, but I'm just trying to give evidence that this stuff works. I know of two major real estate agents who literally would just put their signs out and they went nowhere.
Oh, stop giving away my stuff.
I'm saying that's not, it wasn't in our office, and they built their business straight from that in Riverstone and in Siena. I was not naming names. No, I didn't. I just said area. Area.
One second.
Okay.
Hold that thought. Hold on.
All
Kimbra's
right.
got something real quick. Kimbra's got something.
I wish we could.
Oh,
we-
did you
we
lose
do
that
need
thought? You're
another
about to
mic.
chime in.
But it works. So Kimbra, thank you so much for that gem. Build your brand and then successfully communicate that brand online as well as
We have
offline.
a quick question.
So, I do open houses. I'm very, very new. I started in April, I joined KW. I did an open house and I got my second closing from that open house. But I have a question. So I didn't have branded signs.
Mhm.
So.
Imagine how much more business you would have had.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So
Mhm.
do you need, like, how many would you suggest?
Oh, I love that.
Because they say you need to have them driving, planted all the way up to the open house. So how many signs do you?
As many as you can.
As many as you can afford,
As
right?
many as you
But
can.
start building your arsenal to have 20 to 40 and then also a budget because people will take your signs.
Mhm. And they'll get there'll be wear and
And-
tear. I
absolutely.
think Kimbra had something now. Yeah.
And I go all the way out to the first major intersection.
Me
and I
too.
do all four corners. So
Yep.
I was like really purposeful about getting my signage out, and they even created those long flags to call attention. or put it into the ones
Go
on
to the next
big
one.
street.
Mhm.
It's hard to see. Remember how good was the design?
You got to give people an opportunity, yeah,
Yep.
to
And,
get there.
Purposely open house in a geographic area that the buyers are gonna run into you more than 3 times. They're gonna you're gonna have a conversation with those buyers enough to remember one little thing about them the next time they walk in at another open house. Borrowing open houses from other listing agents, but be purposeful about doing it where you're gonna keep running into those people. Like
I was gonna add to what Kimber just said, is one of the tricks we used to do is put the signs out on Sunday morning when people would come out of church.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And they would
Ball
see the
games,
signs,
church,
well,
all of it.
It wasn't gonna start till 2 o'clock that afternoon, but those signs were out at 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
Love it.
So if you're in transition, buy a couple. It gets cheaper the more you buy, by the way. But let's just say you only had a budget for 10. Fine. You put those 10 that have your information in the most strategic places.
Yeah.
And then you borrow everybody else's sign for everything else. And then you keep building. Don't overcomplicate it.
And one more thing, I started putting the open house notification sign in the yard on Wednesday.
Me too.
Mhm.
I love it.
So the driver by and be like, oh, I can.
You're gonna be
plan
seeing
ahead. I wanna go to that. open
Best
house."
practice.
And it helps you get more neighbors. Why are neighbors important? They're secret shopping. You go
That's
out,
it.
you Sell houses.
Preach.
That's awesome.
I love
Great.
it. I love it. Right. So clearly open houses have become a big thing and they're back. Absolutely. Right. We had the meeting with Joyce Castillo a few weeks ago regarding this, right? So open houses are back. Clearly you're also learning that open houses are not from the moment they start to the moment they end. It's an entire process to do a high level open house. All right.
And Yana even talked about it. Well, and Joyce, but she got it from Yana doing it like 4 times per week,
Mhm.
right? So that leads us into expenses, right? Audit your mess. Expense management. Now, expense management doesn't mean cut everything that's working. It's being strategic about understanding what is my return on investment. So first you have to know how much am I spending in each area, right? And then what is my return on investment? And then looking at those areas that are not giving you as high as a return or not giving you a return at all and cutting those.
Yep. Trim the fat, right? This
Trim
is
the
the
fat.
time to go back and assess what you spent on your business. Okay. Now, when you're first cutting expenses, what expenses should we be cutting first? Your personal expenses or your business expenses?
Personal.
Your personal expenses. So first assess your personal expenses and see where you're maybe spending or overspending or not purposefully spending, right? Then you work on your business expenses. Now, this is something if you're an agent financials, we talked about. And then moving forward, once you assess your expenses that you've had this past year, now you're going to build a budget for 2024.
Based on that expense. And don't follow like that dot that just comes to distract you. So people are constantly going to call and say, hey, I have a new marketing idea for you. Hey, I have a this. Hey, I have a that. Be very strategic on how you're going to do that. And then review your marketing budget whenever you have at the same time, every time each year. So you let them know, well, that's not part of my marketing budget for this year. However, I review it around X and Y timeframe. Okay, so you have a piece of paper in front of you, although it says agent technology, it is really just for what are you, technology are just tools, right, that we utilize. What are we using in our business and how much are we spending for it? And then what is the other portion?
Yeah, what's your
Your monthly budget and then-
well, your monthly expense and yearly expense on that category,
go.
right? This is actually a diagram that I may use for a tech audit. If you guys ever want to do a tech audit with me, I'm more than happy to do that. Okay, meaning assess how much you're spending on technology and tools and how can we consolidate that and trim some of the fat. Yet this tool can be used in anything, right? Assess your business using it, put all your expenses down. If it's written, it's easier to be measured. Right? And then so you can adjust and see what your monthly expenses are, what your yearly expenses on each one of these things. And then that way, then you can adjust accordingly.
Well,
right?
Donnie, you had something real quick?
So you on the top, like, is agent. I just wanna sell some houses.
That's your job. Because the agency portion is your job, but you're running a business.
Because you're a business owner, Ms.
And
Sparkle.
you are a business owner. You are a business owner and you have a job.
And you have one goal. If you took agent financials, what's your one
Absolutely.
goal? To be profitable. And that's
And in Keller Williams, you're here at Keller Williams, and we believe that you should have a business worth having, right? Owning, right? A life worth living. All right.
Experiences worth giving.
Experience worth giving. And a career worth
having.
And
a legacy worth
leaving. They added leaving, not
legacy
living.
worth leaving.
Leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Great
Cool.
question. All right. So how do we get there? 1% better every day. How do we get 1% better every day? So on the back of the lead sources is the where am I today? If you don't fill anything else out, fill this portion out.
Yeah, this actually comes directly out of the business planning clinic,
It's the
okay?
first page.
It's the first page of the business planning clinic. So our advice to you is start assessing your business now. So we started with the lead sources. Track and go look through your business and track your lead sources. On that sheet that you have on the lead sources, there is a spot underneath that says, what were my top 4 lead sources? Come to business planning clinic and everything else between now and the end of the year with all of this information, right? Track your expenses. Let's figure that out. And then here we are. Where am I today? Ask yourself these questions. All right. Where are you today? And then, of course, your numbers. So let's start diving into your business and have these numbers. There's no good or bad. They are the numbers.
Just be intentional.
Yes.
Whatever number you want, stick to that. Just be intentional and purposeful and hold yourself accountable by tracking and accounting for what you're doing.
Whose goal is to have a successful 2024?
All hands should be
It
up.
should be all up, right? So that
You get
preparation.
to determine what success looks like. So
Absolutely.
we're ask that question again because we have some people who are a little shy.
They were still thinking?
Yes.
Now, who wants to be successful in 2024? There we go. I see 2 hands up from a couple of people.
Right.
Well, there shouldn't be anybody, right? So that's the idea. So that preparation starts now. So be intentional and purposeful about it, like she said. So these activities we're giving you, they're just outlines, but do the research and have this information for you with you. So when you're going into all these tools that are available for you moving forward, you're going to be very intentional and purposeful about it in these clinics. All right. So here comes the stat on the reason why we do these things. Go for it.
It is your business. It is your business. However, we have found individuals with written goals are 42.1% more likely to achieve them. Now, when you add accountability to that written goals, you now jump to being 77.6% more likely to achieve them. So if you want your path to success, the path is in that math. Thank you guys so much. And now we have some successful and very intentional business partners. Let's get them up here and we'll wrap up this meeting with our lunch sponsor as well. AMCAP, Reliant, Patton, anybody, nobody, somebody.
Dale, come on down.
Hello.
Hello.
What's going on, buddy?
Well, good morning,
Good morning.
or good afternoon. It's almost lunchtime. A couple of different things that we're seeing out there in the market right now. Who is working with buyers? Okay. How many of your buyers are requiring or asking for down payment assistance? Are you seeing a lot of that? How about this side of the table of the anything? The reason I bring this up is we are seeing more of an influx of people wanting down payment assistance. And there are a few questions that you all as agents, when you're working with a buyer, that we need to determine. Does the down payment assistance cover everything about the transaction? Is there zero money that your buyer has to bring to closing? Okay. So that is kind of a misperception of some of the buyers. They hear the idea of down payment assistance. It is assistance towards the down payment portion based on the loan type that they're wanting to qualify for. It is not going to cover all of the closing costs involved in that. So one of the quick questions that you want to ask when working with a lender in advance: does my buyer have the funds to cover the closing costs, or do I need to negotiate that as part of the transaction, that the seller would cover those? Does that make sense? Most of the down payment assistance programs, in addition to the down payment assistance, have a fee right now to participate. It's 1% of the loan amount. If it's $300,000 loan amount, we're looking at $3,000 additional that's added in towards the closing costs that either the buyer needs to come up with or we need to get it negotiated with the seller. Knowing this in advance, you submitting an offer that's below asking price may not be the best benefit for your buyer. We need to know, or let you know as a lender, you need to know, do I need to go in and ask for closing costs to be covered and maybe offer a full price offer? So knowing those type of things in advance is going to help your buyer and have a smoother transaction. I looked at some information today. In San Antonio, they were rated number 6 in the country for areas that had the most cancellations of contracts.
Wow.
21.2%
Wow.
of the transactions that were written were canceled for some reason. Was it because of property condition? Maybe. Maybe they busted out because of the property had deficiencies and couldn't be done. My feeling is that in this certain circumstances we're in the economy, that it was probably tied to buyers not having enough funds, or they were upset or uncertain as to how their mortgage payment and how much the total payment was going to be. Those are conversations that need to happen with a lender in advance for your buyers to know what to expect for a payment. 2 years ago, a $300,000 house would cost you about $2,000 a month. Today, with little to no down payment, that $300,000 is $3,000. Your buyers need to know that. I've had last week 4 buyers, because they were surprised that the payment was so high, that ended up backing down their buying power by $50,000 to make it work inside of their budget. So we've got to know this information, and you need to do your work to determine, when do we want to buy? Do you have cash to close? Can you cover closing costs? And what are you expecting for a monthly payment? I've got a lot of agents that get a live person on the phone and set up those showings, not even having those questions with the buyer, and they show up and it's a great house and I want to make an offer, but they find out that the payment's $1,000 higher than what they anticipated. So we want you all to get paid for the work you're doing, but you've got to ask the question. So we're here for you. We've got a class next week. We're going to talk about some of that in mortgages next week on Thursday in the productivity room. We'd love to have you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dale. Appreciate you, buddy, as always. All right, let's call in our lunch sponsor. Come on up, Brent. Appreciate you, bud.
He was here for the symposium that we did, so we appreciate him coming back and sharing what he had for you guys.
I really appreciate the invite. Hi, everyone. My name is Brent Cannon. I own, well, actually, I don't own. My lovely wife owns most of the company, and I wish she was here, but she had a prior engagement. But I am the chief inspector of 3S Home Inspections, and we are a full service home inspection company here in the Houston area. We go everywhere from Galveston to Huntsville and everywhere in between. When I say full service, I do mean full service, and we also do commercial. So we do pools, we do termite inspection or WDI inspections. We do pretty much everything that's involved. We can take care of it. We're a one-stop shop. So all you do is send us the information and we'll take care of everything else. You can access Supra, we can get into homes, we can set them up on HAR, we can do all of that wonderful stuff. With that being said, we do offer same-day reporting. So anytime you book the inspection or your clients book the inspections with us, they're going to receive the reports back the same day, no matter if it's just regular inspection or if it's also including a WDI inspection. We always get the reports back the same day. We have very quick turnaround. We can, on most properties here in the Houston area, we can get out the next day to do inspections. So I know, sometimes you guys have very short option periods. So don't stress about that. Just give us a call and we can definitely get out there and take care of that for you guys. One thing that I would like to say is if there's any of you guys that like to focus on new construction, we have a really interesting thing that we do for new constructions where we offer a free warranty inspection for your clients if they use us for their new construction for their final inspection. And so basically what that is that, they call us in their 11th month or 22nd month, depending on the company that's building the house. And we'll come back out and we'll do another inspection that they can, send over to the builder and hopefully the builder, they allow them to utilize their warranty if necessary. So that's something we offer for, like I said, the new construction people. But other than that, it's pretty simple. We just, if you have any questions whatsoever, I'll be here for a little bit. You guys can ask. And, we did provide lunch. I hope it is here. I know it was running late because they had a really bad accident.
It looks like it's here.
Okay, yeah. Awesome. Because they had a bad accident right up by Highway 6. But I don't know. I mean, they had like, I don't know how many fire trucks.
As long
Food is
as,
here,
as
right?
long as it wasn't watermelons on the freeway, I think we're okay.
Oh, I so apologize if we did. I'm not sure.
We'll go to lunch with you tomorrow.
We can do that. We can do that. I can take all the vegetarian people to lunch if it's not here. I do apologize for that. So yeah, so if
Good
you
deal.
guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate
Good to see
it.
you guys again.
Absolutely. Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here again. Be purposeful about your business. Build that budget. Build those. Let's set those goals. Be purposeful for next year. All right, online. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make it a powerful one.
Have a good one.